what really
top level.
is burnout? Like, how do I know if it's coming? How do I know if I'm there? Because I feel like I fall in that realm of the overachiever who is, like you did, keeps driving and drives
Yeah.
through all of the
Yeah.
mud and the, the ruck. And how, like, what is it? How do I know if I'm in it?
So most women do mentally so many tasks. There's so many open loopholes that one of the subtle signs of burnout that often most women, miss, or they just dismiss it as I'm tired, is they're self-soothing with a lot of food. So basically their food is driven by stress-based responses. So I'm craving chocolate, I need bread, I need my coffee. So if you're a person who has to run on certain types of food, sugar, caffeine, etc., those hits, your dopamine receptors are so filled in, you're so burnt out. Like that's a subtle hint. Okay. So that food, I'm not talking about food for energy. I'm not talking about fueling the body. I'm talking about using it to just get through. So food, okay, you're not sleeping well. So it's not duration, it's quality. So I can sleep 4 hours and feel like I'm ready to run a marathon, although that would never happen. But if I get really shitty sleep, that quality of sleep is everything about brain performance. It really is. So those are just some basic, you're snappy. You can't problem solve. You can't finish reading a sentence, which means you're probably switching. What ultimately, scientifically, what's happening is when you have a cell in your body called the mitochondria, and it's a powerhouse cell that generates energy. When you have gotten to the tipping point when you're in cell defense mode instead of cell generation mode, what's happening is you're so depleted, it's painful to wake up. It's painful to get out of bed. You're always, there's that undercurrent of exhaustion. And the first thing I tell women, if they are that person who's just got that subtle undercurrent of exhaustion, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like if you understand what I'm talking about, I want you to put in the comments, I am that person. I feel ya, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll be first. Yes.
Yeah, so I feel ya, right? So here's the thing, that undercurrent of exhaustion is your mitochondria telling us a picture. And so there's a bunch of things I can give you to do that both require no investment and some investment. But at the end of the day, when we really say, what is burnout? It is, if you go into the psychology aspect of it, it's about pure brain function, but it really is about the mitochondria, and it's about your ability to generate energy, enough energy where this thing between the ears, this jelly between the ears, has power to function optimally.
I feel like a lot of people in this group will relate to this because we have mainly women. We're dealing with COVID stress. We have freelance businesses. We also have business owners in here. So everyone's a business owner. So they're doing that. Sometimes they're juggling a job or two, right?
Are the people in here business owners working from home, or are they also managing bricks and mortars? Like what do we got?
We got mainly online business owners here, but
okay.
I do have a contingency of brick and mortar online or brick and mortar owners here. So a majority of us are the service provider, freelancer, and we're providing a service to other customers. So it's really easy to feel that like burnout. And I know
there's very different conversations too. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. There's a little bit of a drag. A woman who works from home, I'm going to have an in-depth conversation with you, and a person who's going out of the home and working in a different environment, I've got a whole different conversation for you. But when you work out of your home, I would say, before we get into more detail, I would say that dedicated space with privacy and quiet is really important. And that is very difficult. So when I actually work with people and I see they've got a laptop on the table and their kids are all over the place, let me just share this with you, not to stress you out. I understand the spectrum of people's limitations, and I'm not, I'm not going to negate that, but your space and your attention is fragile. So the more things that pull on your attention, the more it pulls and drains your IQ, your problem solving, and your energy. Because here's the thing, you guys, our conscious mind, our mind is filtering out the millions and millions of things that are at us every day. Yeah. So I know if you're a mom, you got freaking eyes between or behind your head. You can see what your kids are doing. You know what your dog or cat's doing. You know if your husband's looking for something in the wrong shelf in the refrigerator. You're like, third shelf. Like you're so plugged into your environment. Yeah. But when you work from home, it's so hard. Like right now, I know my laundry's going. It's got about 20 minutes. And so we have these filters in our brain where we really can only manage 7 chunks of information. So if you're really invested into doing a really good quality piece of work, well, what is pulling on those 7 bits of information? Your dog, your coffee maker, your dishwasher, the dirty floors, the mess in the corner. Like, it's, for me, you walk in my house is immaculate because that's what I need to focus. If there's clutter, there's chaos in my mind. Yeah. That's me. Some people need chaos to focus. So like that's really important, but when you're working at home, your environment actually dictates the ecosystem inside. So we can go deeper there, but I just wanted to share that because it's important. It's really important. And it's one of the most simple things that you can shift typically. For you, when I have women who are doing the side hustle thing, and they're like, I work 40 hours a week. I have to go to the gym. I have to do my self-care. I have to eat. I have to do laundry. What we do is we start looking at the big picture. We say, okay, what's the overall goal? Like, you have to understand what your goal is, because for you to experience times in your life where there's some friction or tension, that's not unmanageable. If I have to deal with this for 9 months, okay, I got to deal with this for 9 months. Then we strategize from there. Yeah. But like for most women, they don't understand how to use block time. They don't understand that multitasking actually decreases your intelligence and problem solving by 17%. Yeah. That if you dedicated 20 to 25 minutes every day of high, pure, focused attention, you can get more work done in 20 minutes than most people can get done in 5 hours. And I have data to prove it. So I don't want you to worry if you can only steal 20 minutes a day. And if that makes you feel like, because here's the thing, I feel you, I've been there, I've done that. Nothing trumps time with my family, quality time. But just to spend time with my family, to say that I'm a good mom, BS, I call BS. If I am with my family and the only thing I'm thinking of is the project I didn't complete and I haven't been able to bill it, I don't have money coming in next month, I can't pay my electric bill, it's not going to work. No. It's not going to work. We have to find strategies that work. And so what I would say is, first and foremost, is you have to understand the time that you are most productive mentally, and we have to maximize that. I don't care if it's only 30 minutes in the morning before everybody wakes up. I have seen women write a book in 30 minutes a day in 90 days because there's pure focus. Does that make sense?
Oh my God, yeah. This is resonating so well.
But one thing that is so important that most people miss is schedules. Because here's the thing, whether it's a schedule for your kids, scheduling time in your office for privacy, the more you lean into a schedule, whether you think you're a scheduled person or not, the brain loves routine. And when you make it a habit, you tap in to the prefrontal cortex, the executive networks of the mind, the imagination, and it's called the default network, and the salient network. You can tap in to the resources of the mind so much quicker, because what happens is your body develops a resonance with the rhythm or the schedule you create. Haven't you guys heard, when you have a newborn baby, put them on a schedule? Mm-hmm. When you have a business, that's your baby. Put it on a schedule. Everything.
Right now.
Yes. Because here's the thing. Today is, what day is it? Well, for me, Mondays is connection day. So connection could be picking up the phone. It could be taking new intakes. It could be doing podcast interviews. It's all about connection. I'm going to spend some time on social media. And so when I wake up in the morning before my feet hit the floor, I've already planned the day in my mind. And it's not everything's planned minute by minute. It's I want to achieve these one or two things.
Yeah.
This is what I want to feel like at the end of the day. And one or two of those things typically is I'm going to commit myself to doing my yoga practice today because that's what fuels me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for somebody who suffered burnout, I can say without question that the habits and the schedules or routines that you put in place are your saving grace. They will help you become superwoman.
We have a training for block scheduling, and this works really well for clients, like knowing Monday is the day I work on client A for several hours. And you can go back and watch that free. Our very own student, Carrie Peterson, taught us how to do that, and you can balance different clients. So you're not multitasking, you're not context switching, and you have that focus and that rhythm. For me, Monday, Facebook Live day, mastermind meeting day. I don't get a lot of work done today because I'm in a lot of meetings, and that's just what it is. But I'm getting better in a rhythm, but I'm not perfectly scheduled out. But I do know that if I make a appointment, I stick to it, right? Like, so why not make some of those appointments for myself, like to work out, to do X, Y, and Z, and kind of have a little bit of that better balance?
So a couple things, recap. Really understand if you're experiencing signs of burnout. If it's brain burnout. Brain burnout's a little faster, easier to fix. If it's a cellular level burnout, mitochondria, that's a little harder to fix. Not that it's hard to fix. There's some different strategies that you have to employ. Usually supplements, nutrition, red light therapy, very, very strict sleep hygiene. So that there's two levels to that, okay? Then to help you maximize your brain power, it's really important for you to theme your day. Okay, theming your day, it's like creating structure for your brain. Your brain knows what to do now, and the reticular activating system is like, okay, all hands on deck. We're focused here.
All right.
So when you're working through your week, even if you have 2 or 3 days, they're the same theme. So what? That's the theme, and then the goal is from there to then organize your day by your energetic rhythms. So how many of you work really good at first thing in the morning? And then how many of you come alive at like 10 o'clock at night when the house is quiet and you're like, you need to find that zone of genius, that energetic kick, because you can ride that wave. When you have that energetic rhythm dialed in, and you ride that wave, you can actually double and triple your output. So now, mind you need to get rid of distractions, close the tabs, take mindfulness breaks. Typically, it's every 25 to 40 minutes, 60-second break, do a breath, get up, do some squats, drink some water. I mean, anything simple.
You know why I'm so out of balance right now is the time I'm given is like 2:30 to 5, right? When the kids are done with school. And that is not when my mind is right. That's not when I'm in the flow. And I've been out of whack with virtual school. So to me, I can't stay up late anymore. I've learned that lesson, dialing it in the morning when I'm alive and my brain, like I wake up excited to do the work. Like, yeah, I probably need to just wake up a little bit earlier.